Okay, tonight I'm going to be doing a 5x7 drawing of Tony Stark. This for the ref. And when you talk about perfect casting, though, Robert Downey Jr. was the best choice, bar none, to play Stark. You could not, aside from I think like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, you could not get more perfect. I mean, the others, they were great, but they had to grow on me. Whereas, when I heard that Robert Downey Jr. was going to play Tony Stark, I was like, that's perfect. I had no doubt that he was gonna be perfect in that role, and he even exceeded my expectations, which is why it was such a gut punch and feel sad to see him die. His character, well, Stark die, obviously, in Endgame. I'm just starting off light. I'm drawing with a HB pencil. Just doing very basic stuff. Don't want to push down too hard, and because then if I have to erase, the lines are harder to get rid of. A lot of people like drawing this one, or they like drawing the one where he's about to do the snap. I mean, both of those, I mean, that scene, that's going to be like iconic in movie canon now, I am Iron Man. Of course, the memes had to do stuff like I am cheeseburger, but that's the internet for you. Of course, it's going to be weird to see Downey play other roles. I mean, he's already tried with Dr. Dolittle. And of course, people remember him as Sherlock Holmes too. So, I mean, it's not like he got totally pigeonholed as Tony Stark. But, I mean, let's be honest, that's what we'll probably remember him for. I don't see like a Harrison Ford career type with like 3 or 4 roles that he's known for, like Indiana Jones, Han Solo, and Jack Ryan. But if you just remember for one thing like that with as Tony Stark, I think that's pretty darn good too. Let's give him his other eye. You're always welcome to also check out my Instagram at Little Artist NY, LITERARTISTNY, or my Twitter at just Little Artist. So most of my, I'm calming down on it, but my Twitter is very political, though I do post my artwork. But I just think these are very unusual times. Funny thing is, before the MCU really made Iron Man as cool as he was, I was not that keen on him. Like when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, I would read Iron Man every now and then, but like I didn't get hooked in like Demon in a Bottle, things like that. I learned about that later. I think part of it was that the quality of artwork on there was not, I mean, of course they were really good artists, but compared to now, where like the covers are almost works of art themselves, I mean, the people working in the field are just staggering. One mistake, I was watching a video, one mistake that I've seen people that talk about people make with their drawings is trying to just make a rough shape of everything. Instead of just lightly starting off and then doing it in layers. So I am going to try to do that in the video. Wonder how it felt for Downey Jr., like especially as Endgame was getting closer to its premiere, and of course they had like a strict non-disclosure. They couldn't say, they had to, like, Marvel Studios pretty much had to vet everything that they were saying, make sure no plot leaks were going to be released. So I mean, how it felt for Downey Jr. to be doing interviews knowing that Stark was going to be dead. And I wonder how Black Widow's the movie's going to handle, her death. I mean, is it going to start off with her on Vormir, and is she going to have like a flashback as she's laying there dying or whatever? Who knows when it's going to be released too? I mean, this whole pandemic has thrown a lot of things up in the air. I mean, look at Onward. Onward was just released fairly recently, and it's already on Disney Plus because, hey, movie studios are closed and nobody exactly knows when they're going to be open. So I like it with streaming because I get to use the closed captioning. I'm very severely hearing impaired. And I miss stuff on it. I mean, like in terms of dialogue, like did see Endgame on the premiere night in the theater, but I had to wait until later when it came out on Disney Plus for me to see some like more nuanced dialogue that I might have missed when I was in the theater. I mean, of course, I got the whole gist of the thing, and it was awesome seeing, like all those guys come back from the snap with the final battle with Thanos, and of course Captain America grabbing the hammer, Majona. There we go. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next phase happens. Without without Stark, how the Falcon will handle being Falcon Captain, will be as being Fal Cap, and then of course the Winter Soldier. It's the WandaVision, and what's going to happen, Loki. I mean, that was great that they're going to do. I wish now, especially now that we're in quarantine, of course, they would release this stuff early. But I'm keeping myself busy watching, finally, after 2 seasons already, I'm finally catching up on Ozark. I'm in the 1st season, really enjoying it, even though everybody in it is a bad person in one way or another. And then Jason Bateman is an amazing actor. And I heard rumors that Nathan Fillion might be playing Wonder Man. Which Wonder Man has been one of my favorite comic characters growing up. I mean, basically invulnerable. And just made up of energy. And of course, there's that whole Scarlet Witch, Wonder Man, Vision triangle, which I wonder if they will ever explore in the MCU. And bringing in Fillion. Hopefully he won't play Wonder Man like, Captain Hammer and the Dr. Evil sing-along. And I mean, Wonder Man is Hollywood. There's a reason why he leads the West Coast Avengers. And then I switched this over to Mono. I put this over to mono so I have an idea of what I should do next in terms of shading and all. And one thing though about the Iron Man outfit is very complex, so many different pieces. And I admire people like Adi Grainov who draw that. I think he was involved in Adi Grainov. He was involved with the design of the Iron Man in the first movie, way back in 2008. Or 2008. I don't know. Some people like saying 2008. You know, like back in the 1900s. You know, we'd say 1908, not 1908. But way back when I was I finished high school. I graduated high school in like 1990. And that was just something different, you know, a new decade. Then came 2000. Now, the 2000 does not seem that long ago, but hey, 20 years. I jump from place to place. I'm trying to set up the site, trying to layer this better. Not trying to make him look like a baseball pitcher, Matt Scherzer, who has 2 different colored eyes. There we go. In the past, there have been some times when I've completely forgotten to color in the person's eye, which get some weird results, but I remember this time. Yay. What was your favorite Marvel movie? Mine was Endgame. And I would say Thor Ragnarok, or Ragnarok, or however you pronounce it. Infinity War's up there. I like Black Panther. Captain Marvel would have been better if it didn't feel like they were just suddenly trying to shoehorn her into the MCU. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with her now. Of course, it'll be what happens with Wanda. I don't know if they're going to do that House of M thing where she just completely destroys reality, pretty much. And now that the X-Men are going to be part of the MCU, are they going to retcon and make her Magneto's daughter? Just like Quicksilver was Magneto's son? I mean, as far as a strategic move, it was a smart move on Disney's part to get Fox, even though I do not like Fox for certain reasons. If you follow my politically on Twitter, you'll know why. And getting darker stuff here to make it look realistic. Only thing that stinks about this lead is that I have to only let out a little bit at a time, otherwise it breaks really easily. My Pinto graph gear 1000, I have 3B lead in here. And then more layering. soften the lines of the jaw. Do going to smooth over. Alright, I'm going to call this finished. A little bit of and thank you for watching. I'll be back and do another one tomorrow.